Hello and once again welcome in this today's session. We are going to solve this paper. This is a checkpoint paper for lower secondary, Cambridge checkpoint paper, and this is for the year April 2025. Okay, and the paper code is 0862 and this is paper 1. Okay, mathematics. So this is a 50 mark paper, I suppose. Yeah, this carries 50 marks. Okay, and it's a 1 hour paper. Okay, so let us get started. So here we go. Okay, question number 1, it says that the table gives some information about the sequence A and sequence B. So sequence A is 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. The next term is 36 and the nth term is n square. And sequence B they have given as 2, 5, 10, 17 and 26. And next term and nth term is blank. So A part of the question is complete the table with the next term in the sequence B. So next term in the sequence B should be what? So this is 2 and then 5, 10, 17 and 26. So let us see. 2 plus 3 is 5. Okay. 5 plus 7 is 10. So the difference I am doing. 10 plus 5 plus 5 is 10. Okay. And 10 plus 7 is 17. And 7 plus 9 is 26. Okay. So you have to add 3, 5, 7, 9. So next should be you have to add 11. Okay. So these are all odd numbers that you are adding. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. Okay. So when you add 11 to this 26, you should get a 37. Okay. So that's how we have to get the answer for A. Okay. So next term in the sequence B is 37. Right. B is complete the table with the nth term of the sequence B. Now you have to find out the nth term. Okay, so nth term we'll have to see what is the pattern being followed, right? For the nth term. So the first term is 2, then we add 3, 5, 7. So can you see that the difference is not common? The first difference, this is known as the first difference or the difference in the first attempt. Okay, you are not getting constant. But if you do the difference in the second row, okay, or second difference, okay, you will find that 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 2 is 7, 7 plus 2 is 9 and 9 plus 2 is 11. Okay, so you find that this in the second attempt or in the second row, okay, you are getting the common difference constant, that is 2. Okay, so your general term or the nth term has to be something n square. Okay, but if you put n equal to 1, so 1 square will be 1 and the first term is not 1, it is 2. So to get the first term, okay, 2, you'll have to do n square plus 1, okay, so that you get 2. But let us check for the other terms also. Second term is 5, so if you take n as 2, so n square will be 4 and plus 1 if you do, you are getting 5. Okay, so second term you are getting 5. So this pattern is working, right? So n square plus 1 will give you 2 for n equal to 1. N square plus 1 will give you 5 for n equal to 2. N square plus 1 will give you 3 square plus 1 is 10. Okay, so you are getting 2, 5, 10. It's working. So your general term or the nth term will be n square plus 1. Okay, so that is the answer for B. Complete the table with the nth term of the sequence. So your nth term will be n square plus 1. Okay, so that was question number 1. And let us go to question number 2. It says that put a tick mark to show if each piece of data is quantitative or qualitative. Now quantitative is something which can be expressed in numbers. Qualitative is something which cannot be expressed in numbers, okay, but it can be expressed in some words, okay, right? So the name of the country where a person is born. Now you cannot express this particular name of a country by number. Okay, so it is not quantitative, it is qualitative. So I'll put a tick mark over here. Second is the number of books a person owns. Now this can be expressed in terms of numbers. Okay, so it will be quantitative. I'll put a tick mark over here. Question number 3. Draw a ring around most appropriate unit for measuring the volume of water in a raindrop. So to measure volume, the units used, okay, can be what out of this? Now micrometer is a unit for the length, okay, and this is not length, this is volume. So micrometer you cannot select. Milligram is the unit for the mass, okay, so that is also not selected. Ton is again a unit for mass, so it is not selected. But this microliter, okay, microliter is something which is related to volume, so you can circle this microliter. Okay, microliter is the answer. In fact, micro is 10 raised to minus 6. Okay? So 10 raised to minus 6 is known as microliter, right? 10 raised to minus 6 liter is nothing but microliter. This is 1. Micro is given written by this symbol. Okay? So 1 microliter is 10 raised to minus 6 liter. So this is the volume of water in a raindrop. It's in terms of 10 raised to minus 6. So it is very lesser number. Okay. Question number 4. Mia buys some sweets. Toffees cost 9 cents each. Chocolates cost 11 cents each. Mia buys tea, coffees and C chocolates. Okay. The total cost of the sweet she buys is 129 cents. Draw a ring around the equation that represents this information. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 equations are given to you. You have to select the appropriate equation. Okay. So T for toffee. Okay. So how many toffees are bought? Toffees is 9. Okay. So 9T plus chocolates are how many? Chocolates is C. So how many chocolates? 11 chocolates. Okay. So 9 toffee plus 11 chocolates, the total cost will be 129 cents. So this is the equation for this information. So out of this, I think this matches. So draw a ring. So I think 9T plus 11C equal to 129. This is the right answer. Okay. Next question. Make M the subject of the formula H equal to M cube. So H is equal to M cube and you have to make M the subject. Okay. So you have to isolate M. So what you can do is to make M, this M cube, I will raise to 1 by 3. Okay. When I do that, this 3 will cut and I'll get a M. So I'll have to do the same thing on the left hand side. So H raised to 1 by 3. Okay. Now in the next step, this 3 gets cancelled, so I'm left with M. Okay, so M is made the subject now. And this H raised to 1 by 3 can be written as cube root of H. So the subject M is nothing but cube root of H. Okay. You can also write the answer as H raised to 1 by 3. Okay. Both are correct. Next one. Question number 6. It says that Chen starts to draw the graph of y equal to x square plus 1. So he is drawing the graph for y equal to x square plus 1. Complete the graph of y is equal to x square plus 1 for values of x between minus 3 and 3. You may use the table to help you. So this is the table given to you. Between minus 3 and 3, the x values between minus 3 and 3 have been taken and corresponding y values have been found out using this equation. Y is equal to x square plus 1. Okay. So when x is equal to minus 3, your y will be minus 3 square is 9 plus 1 10. So when x is minus 3, your y is 10. Similarly, when x is minus 2, your y is 5. When x is minus 1, your y is 2, and so on and so forth. So when x is equal to 2, so it will be 2 square plus 1, which is nothing but 5. So your y will be equal to 5. Can I write a 5 over here? And when x is equal to 3, so y will be equal to 3 square plus 1. 3 square is 9 plus 1. So y will be equal to 10 when x is equal to 3. That I can write here. Now in this grid given in the paper, question paper, minus 310 is already marked over here. See, minus 310. Okay. Minus 2 5 is also marked over here. See, minus 2 and then 5, right? Same way, minus 1 and 2 is marked. 0 and 1 is marked. This is 0 1, and then for 1 2, so this is 1 and this is 2. Now for 2 you'll have to mark 5. So this is 2, right? So for 2 I'll mark 5. So I'll mark it over here. And for 3 I have to mark as 10. So this is 3. So I have to mark it over here. Okay. So all the points I've got. Now if I join this, okay, I should get a graph. Okay. So let me try that. Okay. Actually, I should not use straight line. Okay. So let me do it by joining using my, because I'm using a Wacom tablet. Okay. This will not be that good, but it should be the, okay. Yeah. So this is the graph. Okay. Roughly. Right. Next is question number 7. 7 says that Sophia draws triangle P on a coordinate grid, and she rotates triangle P. So she is drawing some triangle P. Okay. And that triangle P she is rotating by 90-degree anti-clockwise. Okay. So this P she is rotating, okay, by 90-degree clockwise about the center 0 minus 3 to make a triangle Q. So on rotating this triangle P by 90-degree anti-clockwise about the point 0 minus 3, she gets a triangle Q. Okay. And further the question says that to make the triangle Q, she then translates triangle Q. So this triangle Q is then translated, okay, by this particular column vector, okay, 3 7, to make a new triangle R. So she gets a new triangle R. So what you can see is this triangle P undergoes first a transformation of rotation, and she gets a triangle Q, and the triangle Q undergoes another transformation of translation, and the resultant triangle is R. Okay. Now the question asked is tick to show each pair of triangle is congruent, not congruent, or you cannot tell. So each pair means first we'll take this pair P and Q. So triangle P and Q, now we'll have to check whether it is congruent, not congruent, or cannot tell. Now we know that in rotation, when the transformation is rotation, okay, there's no change in the size. Whatever is the object, the size of the object doesn't change. So this triangle, the size is not going to change because of rotation. So what it means is the triangle Q and triangle P, they both will have the same size, and same size means they are congruent. So I'll put a tick mark over here. They are congruent. What about P and R? Okay. So this is P and then this is R. Okay, so P and R. Now P triangle undergoes rotation, so there's no change of any size. Okay, so it is the same size as P. And Q now undergoes translation. In translation also, there's no change in size. Okay. In this translation also, there's no change in size. So Q undergoes translation to give you R. So ultimately you will find that the size of the R remains unchanged. So P and R will also be congruent. Okay. Size is same for P and R as well. So I'll put a tick mark over here. Okay. Next question. Work out 1 plus 1 by 5 divided by 2 minus 1 by 2. So 1 plus 1 by 5. Okay. This you have to divide 2 minus 1 by 2. Okay, you have to work out. Give your answer as a fraction in its simplest form. So he wants the answer in the fraction, and that too in the simplest form. So let us work out this. So 1 plus 1 by 5 will be 5 plus 1 upon 5 divided by, here it will be 2 to the 4 minus 1 upon 2. Okay. Next will be 6 upon 5 and divided by, this is 3 upon 2. Okay. Next will be 6 upon 5. This division I will convert into multiplication, and I will just invert this. 3 by 2 I will write as 2 by 3. Now 3 into 2 is 6. So 2 2s is 4 and upon 5. And 4 upon 5 is in the simplest form itself. So my answer will be 4 upon 5. So answer should be in fraction, and that to be in the, that too it should be in the simplest form. So this is the answer. Next question number 9. The diagram shows a number line. So this is a number line, and somewhere here he has shown you root of 68. Now complete the box with the two closest whole number to 68. Okay, to root 68. Okay, so there's some number over here between these 2 points, which is root 68, right? So he wants the closest whole number. Okay, so this is root of 68. So if I put here root of 64 and if I put here root of 81, okay, these are the closest square roots that I can put. Okay, so this root of 64 means it is 8. 8 square is 64. So root of 64 is 8. And the next whole number after 8 is 9. So 9 square is 81, or root of 81 is 9. And you can see that root of 68 is between root of 64 and root of 81. So your number should be in the boxes, the number should be 8 and 9. Okay. Next question is question number 10. Lily wants to find the average height of 1000 students in her school. The students in her school are aged between 4 and 18 years old. So here is her plan to collect a sample of students. Now choose one. So this is how she tries to prepare the sample. Choose one class of 18 years old student in her school, and second, choose 5 students randomly from this class. Now give 2 different reasons why her sampling method is biased. So first one is she tries to choose 18 years old students in her school. Okay, so she is trying to choose a class of only 18 years, but she wants to find the average of 1000 students in which the students age is varying from 4 to 18 years. So here for this particular thing, that is, if she tries to choose only one class of 18-year-old students in a school, then this particular, this you can say, this class interval is not appropriate. Okay, not use class interval, but you can say this sample of taking only 18-year students, because that will not include the 4-year students, or between 4 and 18 other students will not be included in this particular sample. Okay, so if she takes only the sample of 18-year-old students, then what about the 4-year students, 5-year students, 6-year students? So there are students from 4 to 18 years. Okay, in between also there are so many students whose age will be less than 18, not 18 but less than 18. Okay, so what about that, those students? Okay, so the class interval is not appropriate if she chose only 18-year-old class. 18-year-old class. Okay, so that is one thing. So that's the reason it will not be biased, or it will be biased. Okay, and second is, if she chooses 5 students randomly from this class, so out of 1,000, if she is choosing only 5 students, so you can say that this sample of 5 students is not big enough. Okay, okay, so she wants to take out of 1,000 students. Okay, she wants to take the average. Okay, so from 1,000, if she selects only 5 students, so that will not be a big amount. Okay, or that is not a big enough sample number. Okay, so sample of 5 students is something which is less. So because of this also, there will be some error in the calculation. So these are the 2 reasons you can write. Next question is, here is an equation, a raised to b is equal to 16. Complete the table with different pairs of values for a and b. So first pair is a and b. Okay, so a raised to b equal to 16 in general. Now a you can take as 2, and 2 raised to 4 is 16. Okay, so to get 16, if you take a equal to 2 and b equal to 4, then that is one thing which is possible. Another thing is, if you take a as a 16, okay, if you take a as 16, and you can write this 16 raised to 1 is equal to 16. Okay, so your a is 16 and your b is 1. Okay, so a can be 16, b can be 1. So this is also possible. And the third pair which is possible for a and b is like 4 square is also 16, right? So you can take a as 4 and your b can be 2. Okay, so these are the 3 possibilities, a 2 and b 4. So 2 raised to 4, which will give you 16, a 16 and b 1. So a raised to b will again give you 16, then a 4 and b 2. So 4 raised to 2 will again give you 16. Okay. So these are your answers for question number 11. Question number 12 says that here is a trapezium. You can see this is a trapezium. Yeah. So these are the parallel sides. 18 centimeter and 30 centimeter are the parallel sides. And you can see these 2 are non-parallel sides. So it's a trapezium. Now some students try to calculate the area of this trapezium in different ways. Okay. So put a tick mark to show that calculation is correct or not correct. So the first student, he tries to find the area of this trapezium using this equation. So it is 16 plus 18 plus 20 plus 30. Now I don't think this is a right thing that he has done, because 16 plus 18 plus 20 plus 30 will give you the perimeter and not the area. So this is something which is not correct. So I'll put a tick mark over here. Second student, what he did is 16 into 18 plus half into 12 into 16. Yeah. Now this perhaps seems to be okay. Now suppose this trapezium I divided into 2 parts. Okay. 1 and 2. So one part is a rectangle. So the area of the rectangle can be 16 into 18. So this is representing my area of the rectangle, 16 into 18. Then you have a triangle whose base will be, this is 30 and this is 18. So 30 minus 18 is nothing but 12. So this has to be 12. Now area of this triangle will be half into base into height. So half into base is 12 and the height you can take as 16. Okay. So half into 12 into 16, this is the area of the triangle. This is the area of the rectangle. And when you add both the areas, you will get the area of the trapezium. So I think this is a correct way of finding the area. Okay. Now B part of the question is, a third student tries to calculate the area of the trapezium. And here is the calculation. So half into 18 plus 30 into 20. Now draw a ring around the number that is not correct in the third student's calculation. Now third student, he tried to find out the area using this. Now this is nothing but one of the formula for finding the area of a trapezium. It's half sum of the parallel sides multiplied by the height of the trapezium. Half sum of the parallel sides multiplied by the height. Now this is half, and 18 and 30 are nothing but the parallel sides. Okay, you can see here this is 18 and this is 30. Okay, so sum of the parallel sides, and height is nothing but 16. So into height, so this is okay, half, this is sum of the parallel sides is okay, but I think this he has not taken the height, because height is actually 16. Can you see? The height is 16. So he has taken this as the height, which is incorrect. Okay, so I'll have to put a circle on this particular 20, because this is incorrect. Okay, it should have been 16 instead of 20. Right, that was question number 12. Now let us come to question number 13. It says that the diagram shows a triangle L. So there's a triangle L over here on the grid. This triangle L is reflected in the line y equal to 2 to make a triangle M. Now y equal to 2 is a mirror line. Okay, so where should I get this mirror line? We check. Okay, so y equal to 2. So this is my mirror line, y equal to 2. Okay, so along this particular line, this is that mirror line. Okay, so along this line it is going to be reflected. Okay, so triangle L is reflected in the line y equal to 2 to make triangle M. Okay, so let us reflect this L so that we get M. Okay, so this is 1 and 2 boxes perpendicular to the mirror line. So this point ka image will be, you go down straight 2 boxes over here. So this is 1 point. Okay, so the image of this particular point, okay, if this is a 1, 2 and 3, so the image of this will be over here. Okay, 1 prime. Then image of 2 will be, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So again I'll come down 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So this is another point. And this is 1, 2 and 3. Okay, perpendicular distance is 1, 2 and 3 boxes. So from here I'll come down 1, 2 and 3 boxes. So this is that point. Okay. So if I join these 3 points, okay, then I am going to get what? The triangle M. Okay, so this is, these are those points, right? One, then I have to join this also. Two, and this one also. Okay, from here to here. Okay, so this is my reflected triangle. When L is reflected on, this is my y equal to 2. Okay, this line. This I will name as M, triangle M. Okay, so triangle M I have made. Now triangle M is then translated by 0 minus 3. So the column vector for translation is 0 minus 3. This 0 is along the x-axis and minus 3 is along the y-axis. Because it is minus, so it will be vertically down. Okay. So this triangle M, I am going to translate or shift 3 units in the downward direction. So again, this point will get uh, translated to 1, 2 and 3. Come here. Okay. This will come to 1, 2 and 3 over here. Okay. And this point will move down 1, 2 and 3. So these are the 3 points I'm getting. So let me join this to get my another triangle, that is N. Okay. So from here I get this and I join this also. Okay. Okay. So okay. Fine. So this is my triangle which I get on translation. Okay, so M on translation, according to this particular parameter, we get this triangle N. Okay. So I have performed both the transformations, reflection on y equal to 2 to get M, and then translation by scale factor 0 minus 3 to get N. Now let us see what the question says. Draw the position of N on the grid. You do not need to rush out, rub out your triangle M. Okay, so from L I have made triangle M, and then using M I have made triangle N, so I have not removed M. So this is the answer for that A. Now B part of the question says that complete the sentence which with the correct words from the box. Translation, reflection, rotation, enlargement. Now a single transformation that maps triangle L onto triangle N. Now if I want to just map L directly on N. So this is from L to N. This is L mapped on N. This is a single transformation. So this single transformation, I think this is a reflection, isn't it? Yeah, it looks to me like reflection because the orientation has changed. Okay. So L and N both are reflection of each other. And if you want to find the line of reflection, the line of the mirror line, then it should be exactly the middle point. Okay. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right. We check it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Yeah. So exactly in between this. Okay, so let me go. 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. So 1, 2, 3 and somewhere over here. Okay, so mirror line should be somewhere over here. Okay, this should be the mirror line, right? the equation of this mirror line can write as y equal to now this is how much? This is 0 and this between 0 and 1, right? So y equal to half, right? So this is your mirror line. So the answer will be a single transformation to map L onto N is reflection along the mirror line. Y is equal to half, right? So that's it. Now next question is question number 14. Now the diagram shows two parallel lines and two other straight lines. So these are the two parallel lines, okay, and these are another two lines, and these two lines are meeting at this point. This angle is x, this is 145, this is 43. Find the value of x. So you have to find the value of x. Okay, so to find the value of x, what I'll have to do is I have to see that I'm drawing a line which is passing through this particular point, right? It should pass through this particular point, and it should also be parallel to the other two lines, okay? So what I am doing is I am drawing a third line which is also parallel to both these lines, okay? Now what happens, this is 145, so this has to be 180 minus 145. So 180 take away 145 is 10 minus 5 is 5 and 7 minus 4 is 3. So this happens to be 35. Now can you see this is parallel to this, so these two are alternate angles, pair of alternate angles. So if this is 35, this will also be 35, okay, this angle. Same way, this angle is 43, so this angle will also be 43 because this is also alternate angle, okay? So you can see that your x is nothing but 35 plus 43, and that works out to 78. Okay, so your x will be 78 degree, right? So that was your question number 14, and from question number 15 onwards, okay, we'll be doing in the next video because now the time doesn't allow me to go any further. So I have solved some 14 questions for you from this paper, that is checkpoint for lower secondary 0862, okay, and this was paper number 1, right? So I have solved some 14 questions for you. In the next video I'll be solving the remaining questions from 15 onwards, okay? So that's all for today. See you all. Bye, take care.